Eleanor Markham was well known in her town, a retired schoolteacher, church choir director, and mother of 3 grown children, Gavin, Eric, and Rachel. She had recently battled cancer, gone into remission, and was preparing to downsize from the lakeside home she loved. Her daughter Rachel had moved in to care for her during treatment. Locals described Eleanor as gentle, loving, and fiercely protective of her family. On a chilly evening in late February 2021, Rachel returned home from an overnight shift at the local hospital. She found the front door cracked open. Inside, the house was quiet. Too quiet. Then she saw her mother. Eleanor had been stabbed 7 times. The living room showed signs of struggle. Her safe was open. Jewelry was missing. But oddly, the rest of the house was untouched. The crime had the hallmarks of a burglary until you looked closer. There were no signs of forced entry. No broken windows. No footprints outside. The only thing missing was Eleanor's life. News of Eleanor's death devastated the Markham children. Rachel was inconsolable. Gavin appeared shocked and outraged. Eric, who lived 2 towns over, arrived the next day. He claimed he hadn't spoken to his mother in over a month. But detectives quickly learned something else. 2 months before her death, Eleanor had changed her will, leaving everything to Rachel. The house, the bank accounts, the family heirlooms. Why? Because, according to close friends, she felt abandoned by her sons during her illness. This revelation would become the center of the investigation. Detectives initially pursued the burglary angle, but several red flags appeared. There was no forced entry. Nothing was stolen except from the safe. The only person who knew the safe's location was family. A neighbor's doorbell camera captured a car pulling up to Eleanor's house at 2:16 a.m., the same night she died. Investigators traced the plate. It belonged to Eric Markham. Eric was brought in. He denied everything, claimed the car must have been stolen, that he hadn't seen his mother in weeks. But faced with GPS data, phone pings, and surveillance footage, his story cracked. Finally, Eric confessed. He was in the car that night, but he wasn't alone. His brother, Gavin, had asked him to drive him to Eleanor's. He said he just wanted to talk to Mom. Eric waited outside. 20 minutes later, Gavin came running out, shaking, bleeding, panicked. He had killed her. Eric claims he never went inside. He was just the driver. But he helped Gavin cover up the scene, including taking jewelry to stage a robbery. Detectives dug deeper. Gavin was in debt. Deep debt. Gambling losses. Failed business ventures. When he learned Eleanor had changed her will, cutting him out entirely, he snapped. He convinced Eric, who was desperate for reconnection, to help. He never intended to just talk. Gavin Markham was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, burglary, and obstruction of justice. Eric, facing accessory charges, agreed to testify against his brother in exchange for a reduced sentence. In court, the family sat divided. Rachel on one side, her brothers on the other. Gavin showed no emotion as the verdict was read. Guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Eric received 12 years. Rachel sold the lakeside home. She never spoke to her brothers again. In a letter to the court, she wrote, "My mother gave everything she had for her children. She deserved peace in her final years. Instead, she was betrayed by the very people she brought into this world. Greed, jealousy, blood. In the end, it wasn't a stranger who took Eleanor Markham's life. It was her son. Because sometimes the darkest crimes aren't committed by outsiders, but by those closest to us. What began as a suspected robbery quickly unraveled into a chilling tale of betrayal, greed, and blood. This was evidence uncovered. What do you think? Should Eric have been punished more harshly, or was he just another victim of Gavin's manipulation? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this case compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because next Next time, we're uncovering a case with even more twists.